Hey everybody, it's Matt Shu from Upright Health, and today I wanted to answer a question from an Upright Health fan. Stedman actually is asking a question about his hips. So he's had some great results by using the FAI fix, really getting his hips moving again. And he asked, is there a way to improve tightness in the TFL? So the TFL is just a little muscle right here. For him, it just feels like the TFL wants to keep being used all the time and he can't figure out how to get it to shut down. And so this is actually a pretty common complaint that this muscle just feels tight all the time. And if you watched some of my other YouTube videos, you will have seen that there's a TFL stretch that we recommend, but that doesn't always make it go away. So if you have TFL stuff that doesn't seem to want to go away, and you've tried doing all kinds of glute activation things, what you may actually have to do is work on a little bit of the hip rotational ability. So you actually will need to work on some muscles of the hip joint that help you actually control hip rotation. So one really useful way that we found is to actually sit either on a bench or on the couch and position yourself like this. So you're basically sitting and then you've got this leg up and out to the side, so you're in a position of basically of internal rotation on this hip. Okay, so once you're in this position, you're going to put your hand on top of the knee and then you're going to lift the knee up. But as you can see, the knee is not going anywhere. So I've just got my hand here, I'm pushing down and the knee is trying to lift up. I'm having to use muscles all along the side of the hip here to try to lift up towards the ceiling, except nothing's going anywhere because I'm using my arm to push it down. If you want to get really creative with this or really mean with this, you can put a heavy weight on your leg. So you put like a 45-pound weight on your leg so that you're not having to use your hand. And then you can actually really focus on just contracting here. Because I'm using my hand, I'm using some of my brain energy to focus on pushing down. But if you want to make this really focused, just throw a weight on top of your leg and then push up against the weight. So you want to push, 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 count to 3 or 5. 5 would be better probably. And then relax. If you're doing this well, you'll feel muscles here contract and even muscles around the glutes contract. They're actually deep under the glutes. You'll feel those guys contract, those little funny little hip rotator muscles. Okay. So once you've done that, you can actually then move to this position where you want to try to stop the ankle from coming up. So I'm on a bench, so this isn't actually the ideal setup. A lot of times we'll just use we'll either do this on the floor if the person's hip mobility allows it, or we'll do it on like a wider surface, like we can use a plyo box so it extends under here so I have a little more support. But the idea here is to actually try to lift the ankle up, right? So if you lift the ankle up, you're actually getting hip rotation, you're getting hip internal rotation. So once you can actually get that motion, then you can use your hand, resist that hip internal rotation so you can get a really hard contraction. Again, count 3 to 5 and then relax. So then you really feel muscles all along the hip joint here kick in to try to coordinate hip internal rotation. Okay. If it feels like super stuck, you can, like I said, work on just getting the internal rotation. But if you need to lean forward more, that'll help you get more of that internal rotation and feel the correct muscles. You can just hold it isometrically there. Try to get it to kick in and then relax, come down. And again, try to pick it up, feel those muscles contract and tighten up, and then relax. I will warn you, it is highly likely that you will get a cramp while doing this the first couple times. Those cramps will go away, you're not hurting anything, you're just firing up muscles that haven't worked in a long time. Okay, so then again, once you've got those going, you can provide resistance and really kick in some of those hip rotator muscles. What we found so far is when people are doing this and helping kind of re-coordinate that hip rotation motion, it actually really helps relieve a lot of the irritation that people feel in the TFL. So in this case, it's not really a question of stretching the TFL, it's a question of kicking in the hip rotators, and that seems to do people a lot of good in relieving the TFL strain. So give that a try. Hope it helps you out. I know there's a lot of people out there with TFL strains or TFL irritation, so this is a real good way to try to improve that. Be sure to check out our other videos. Be sure to subscribe. And remember that pain sucks. Life shouldn't. If you liked the video, don't forget to like, share, and comment. And don't forget to subscribe.